Okay, folks, I am not entirely certain how this will go, but I wanted to record a couple of videos, namely that I have two characters that perform wildly different in the end game, and I wanted to kind of record a couple videos to contrast that. So I've got a fortress with irradiation, which is going to bump it up a level, so this is T15 with irradiation. Technically makes this a T16 map, so we'll get that started. This is my Infernalist Minions character, which is pretty much the stock standard Minion character. It is one of the four really strong characters this league. Big difference that I have is I have these boots that cause things to get consumed into a poison cloud. Serves a couple purposes. One, it does extra damage as the pack dies. They pop and deal damage to the rest of the pack, so it allows me to shred through packs pretty fast. Other thing that it does is by consuming corpses, it means that for the most part on death effects aren't a problem, which is pretty nice. I am running Grim Feast with the Ghost Wraith, so that I have like 10k energy shield while I'm mapping. I have 75 to all elemental reses, and I want to say like 68% chaos. Maybe it's 66% chaos. Anyway, I've got relatively high chaos resistance. I think I've got around 68% block chance, which also helps. Because the thing with energy shield is you kind of almost need like another layer to put on top of it. Either, regen, or, I have some life recoup. I'll go over the tree after I've finished the map. Yeah, like for the most part, it's a pretty chill mapping experience on this character. I'm just keeping down flame walls, and then that's summoning my 11 raging spirits, because I have a bonus one due to quality. Feels weird that it's just one bonus raging spirit for 20% quality, but like any additional damage helps, I guess. I don't know that I've encountered any rares yet. I did this fortress because usually fortresses have pretty clean layout and also a lot of rares. So I tend to approach maps by working around the outskirts of a map to kind of define its outline, and then usually that will have killed enough adds that by the time I make it into the hunting for rares phase, they should all be marked on my map. So I'm just kind of skirting around the boundaries. This is partially my, long time EverQuest brain, that zone boundaries are safer than middles of zones. So since we only have one portal and taking a death means I lose the map, which is dumb. I still think that's a dumb decision. It's the number one thing that needs to change. But as a result, like, I'm kind of cautiously picking out the outside, almost like working on a puzzle. I get the border done first, and then, fill in the inside. I will probably not full clear this map. That's the kind of annoying thing about the state of things right now is, it doesn't feel like killing everything matters. Like, you'll probably get some waystones out of it, but you don't get any decent drops if you're killing something other than a rare. So basically rares and bosses are the only place that you get drops. And like waystones can drop off pretty much anything, but usually if you get waystones off of something other than a rare, it's like a way lower waystone than you even care about. Like my bank is clogged full of low-level waystones, and sadly, I'm the only person in the guild who is, you know, doing significant mapping, so I can't even share the wealth, and without a map tab, I can't just like flood the bank with them. Okay, so at some point we should start seeing rares popping up on the map, because I have probably killed enough. Okay, I'm gonna go over here real quick and peek around the map to see if we have rares showing up yet. We do not. There must be a lot of mobs in this map. So we'll go ahead and finish out the northern area up here. The other reason why I chose this map is it has open enough corridors that I'm not constantly having my minions desummoned, which slows things down significantly. Okay. I assume... Yeah, okay. So now we're going to have to go into the middle of the map to find the remaining mobs. That's one thing that I would change about the in-game mapping experience. Okay, now I start to see them. Okay, so let's veer over this way. As close as those are, those may be a duplicated rare. I've spec'd into my atlas to duplicate rares, and usually when that happens, they appear really close to each other. Let's approach it from down here, and... No, it's going to come up there. Okay, sweet. Okay, there's one. There's the other one. Yeah, it was a duplicated rare. Okay, that's map complete. So we'll go ahead and tag out. Okay, so yeah, let me close that, pop open my tree. So this is kind of the standard minion setup. You know, minion nodes here, minion nodes here, big minion cluster there, minions here, minions here. I'm going into block. I'm also picking up every jewel socket that I can find and putting damage recouped as life and minion deal 15% increased damage. So all of these clusters have those two stats on it, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in total. So that's a good little bit of extra damage. Right now I have additional block chance anointed. There's another block node that I want to pick up. I don't remember where it's at. But, you know, so this one recoups mana when I block. I just went with this one because it was very cheap color-wise. It was a greed in 2 ires, which I had plenty of. The other one, I'm going to have to buy a, I think it's to spare off the market in order to do it. But what it would give me is energy shield recouped every time I block, which would help out keeping my energy shield up. Let's see. At some point, I'll go ahead and pick back up the elemental resistance on my minions. But for now, I'm not really having a problem. I plan on picking these 2 nodes up, which is energy shield buffing and armor buffing. Let's see, gear wise, I'm running Corpsewade, which is those boots that I talked about, casting Decompose every time I go over a corpse. And the other thing is Ghost Wraith, which is converting half of my health. So, like, without it, I have 1500 life and 1000 energy shield. With it, I have 785 life and 5500 energy shield. So, I mean, this is where I'm getting most of my energy shield from. And it's also giving me a huge chunk of chaos resistance. So, yeah, that is mapping as an Infernalist. And like I said, I'm going to record another one of these videos on my Titan to show off what a difference mapping is and how much slower it is as a Titan. Anyway, I haven't recorded one of these in a long time, so if you actually watch this, cool. See y'all later. Bye.